Yes.
It'll be
It
fun.
is not fun.
It'll be fine.
Oh well.
So close, but so far.
Hey, I can run Subnautica 4K. He's cool.
I'm dying.
Health.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Health.
Just because I am.
He is,
Little bits at
yeah.
a time.
Told you, we're always dying.
Yes.
We're always dying.
I think I'm gonna be right back and take something because I think I have a headache coming on.
Oh no. Okay, go
Oh,
check that.
Sorry if I could roll to
Stinky.
be a bit.
You said it. You said it, and it happened.
Can't roll
Gods
one.
have ordained it. Yay! Okay. Pull up my notes here. So a lot of us had dreams. Some of us woke up with command seals, specifically Edmund and myself. Then after we had a whole talk about that, we went down to the docks and got Oliver's reliquary from the contractor and had a nice talk with the lady of the lake with Jackson for a possible change in management.
Okay, now the sound is picking up. Okay, just go on.
Okay.
My mic wasn't registering.
I see. Then we met up with Robin to go over to Paros, or the island of Paros,
Yes.
and we walked around there trying to get some informations and stuff. Found out there's a big military operation happening here, and apparently the mayor of Paros is quite possibly a dead apostle of some sort, because he knows things that he shouldn't know as a normal person.
How dare you assume?
Also, he hasn't been out during the day, which is sus.
How
He's-
dare you assume?
How dare.
There is no evidence.
I mean, sounds like an average introvert to me.
Yes. Then other neat thing is Oliver found a bisected ghost, so there's something running around here eating people. And then we talked with Woodrow,
Eating people.
and that's basically it.
Yeah.
Yes, that is what happened.
Yes.
So now I turn to you all. Actually, no. I turn to one specific person. As the ending of last session. Oh, okay. Yeah. I got a weird notification, but it's fine. As by the end of last session, Edmund, Gianna, and Jackson were called upon by Woodrow for a little chitty chat.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that.
Woodrow was mostly talking, just making sure that everything was fine, that you all were aware that you were now part of the war and all of that, that you he wanted to also make sure that you you knew everything going on, that it wasn't something that came up out of nowhere, and that you were okay with the decision. He also said that he was afraid of Gianna's mage-like tendencies, and somewhat relieved to see Edmund taking a spot in the war. But then he decided to also call upon Jackson because of his weird darkened command seals. And after making sure that both Edmund and Gianna were fine, and with a weird offering that if the group helped with dealing with both this possible that apostle threat, but also the demon threat, that he would help them with a thing in the war that was undisclosed. After that, he then called upon Jackson to talk more privately. Especially because... Oh, also a very important thing to note. Before parting ways, Woodrow said that Tobias, the other... what's the name of the thing? Overseer of the war? Yes, that's the thing. Said that there is another like Jackson somewhere. Another with dark markings. So, Jackson.
Yeah, that's my name.
You walk a little bit more with Woodrow. In silence for a moment before he sighs, and you can see him, he was gathering strength. To ask you the question of, so, I see that you have some weird little command seals that are different in ways that they shouldn't be.
Yes, yes.
How did you came upon them?
Well, that's complicated.
Of course, it always is.
In part because I'm not sure that the explanation I can provide is correct in any measure. Well,
that's good to know.
Before I tell you, tell me, what do you know of these command seals?
Of the ones that you have, or
Yes.
ones in general?
No, the specific kind I have.
Oh, close to nothing.
Ah, good. Good. That's great.
All that we know is that they aren't supposed to be around.
And who are they supposed to command?
A servant?
Which one? Because as far as I know, there are only 7 servants in this war.
There are only supposed to be 7, yes. We do not know where these command seals of yours and this other mystery person that Tobias has found. We are not quite sure of what they're supposed to represent? Is it
And
a divided servant? Is it something that is yet to appear? We are as much in the dark as you are.
is there anything special about this other bearer of these command seals?
We're not quite sure of exactly what these represent, or if the person that is holding them is supposed to be special in any way.
Right.
I mean, you already are because you have them, but after that, we're not quite sure.
Right. So, you promise not to get mad at me?
That. Sure.
Right. Let us say that hypothetically there was this creature, for lack of a better word,
We're going
Wait.
so well with this, yes.
which ate textures.
We're going so well with this, yes.
And let us say that it hypothetically enslaved someone to do its bidding. Well, actually, I'm being more mysterious than I should be. There is an entity which has pressed me into its service.
Hmm?
Whether or not it responds to this other entity that devours textures is unknown. What it wants is unknown. But
What? Do you mean to tell me that there are two entities that preside over you? Is that it?
well, no, there's only one that I can feel the effects of. But there is this other one that I dreamt of in the past.
Yes. You've dreamed of an entity that is different from the one that...
That is
Are we talking about God here? You can be more straightforward.
I don't think God wants the ruin of us all, no.
Oh, I see.
Nor am I
type.
being pressed into service by God. He looks around. Being pressed into service by Dagon.
He just blinks. Let me roll a religion check for Woodrow.
Oh, Woodrow needs to roll for this?
Yes, this is not common knowledge. Not even by the church. Woodrow. Skills. Religion. It's okay. Do you mean to tell me that one of the presumably oldest demons that we have written history of has anything to do with you?
Yes.
Why?
I would also like to know. Fancy that. Well, apparently he wants me to remove some people.
Remove some people.
Burgeon was one of them. And so was forgot his name. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Guys, help. I'm trying.
There are no guys around.
Guys!
There are no guys
cannot-
around.
We cannot help you, good sir. You're on your own unless you want to, suck into the sulfur or
Fucking-
something.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let me...
Consult your notes.
Fucking... What's his name? Tanner!
Consult your notes or memory.
Tanner! That was his name.
That was his name, yes.
Yes. Tanner was another. I assume
But
that
Tanner
he
is
was the other.
alive.
Through great effort on my part.
So
If
you
he
mean
was-
to tell me that there is
If
a...
he was dead right now, I would have had a complete set of command seals. Theoretically. There- there
You
is
took
another.
a step there that I couldn't follow. Do you mean
Hmm.
that these, and he pointed to your hand, these command seals were given to you by Dagon?
Well, I've got one after killing Burgeon. So, I would assume so.
This changes everything.
You know, there's something that unsettles me somewhat.
Yes.
Because for the number of targets that I have, it outnumbers the amount of normal command seals that should exist.
Oh,
There is
great.
Tanner, and there's also another target that is presumably still alive.
Incredible. So you mean to tell me that you could generate command seals?
I don't know. I wouldn't like to test.
Hmm.
You know, I don't think I have to worry about that just yet. I mean, what are the chances I stumble into Harold Blackmore out here?
Why Harold? What? Oh God. This is incredibly stupid to ask, but did you gain anything else alongside these command seals?
A few powers.
And you wish to continue using them?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
Would you wish to continue being enslaved?
No. But he looks at the command seals. If after dealing with Burgeon, you discovered the fact that this would happen again,
I'm not certain this would happen again. It just seemed too coincidental to not be true.
I see.
You could take a look at them if it helps you in any way.
No. I'm perfectly fine as I am. But the point I was trying to make is, if you were at least somewhat aware that using the command, following through with Dagon's wishes would grant you a second command seal, why did you do it?
I don't have much of a choice in the matter, unfortunately.
Was it forced upon you?
Yes.
Incredible. This story only gets more interesting.
Doesn't it? Yes. Would you be glad? No.
If I would be what?
Would you think it's funny if I told you I wasn't the first one?
The first one to do what exactly?
This whole Dagon thing.
Oh no, that is to be expected. A greater entity of that sort does use minions and force people into contracts.
Right. So, what do we do about this?
And again, I must ask, do you mean this, the command seals, or this, your association with Dagon?
If you have an answer to both, I'm all ears.
It would be far easier to simply remove you from the equation, but I don't think that's on the table.
I'm afraid that wouldn't be terribly efficient, no. Another would take my place.
Yes, they always do. How did you came upon this influence? Or was it, or were you born with it?
You could say it's a symptom of my family being haunted by it.
I see.
It's a hereditary thing. Sort of.
And if I may ask, the one who, and he does air quotes, had it before you?
Dead.
Dead. Yes, that is what I was expecting. But how did they pass it upon you? Or was it something involuntary?
Do I remember? Do I know?
I mean, you just took the the thing from her cold dead body.
Well, I know, but was it at that very moment, or did
Yeah,
I
the
feel
list
anything
just
before?
appeared to you after that.
Yeah. Well, that was after her death. I discovered how to explain this to you? There is an object. An object? Is it really an object if it can't be? Never mind that. It's an object. Let's leave it at that for now.
Yeah.
Which binds one to it.
Oh.
And after my master died, I didn't know any better. I collected it.
Was it not communicated that they would leave behind an item cursed to curse
Not really,
your
no.
existence?
Not really, no. I didn't think she ever expected. Well, to die for one. And, well, she wasn't really big on being honest, if you catch my drift.
I see, it comes with the territory. So you came upon an object that forever linked your very existence to one of the oldest recorded names inside the church of demons that were self-aware enough to gain a following. You then were coerced into completing a task for it, and after doing so, gained a command seal. What happened the second time? I assume the first one was Burge.
The second one was Burgeon. I have
Oh,
no idea how the first one came about.
okay, so, just so you know, Burgeon was the first one. The
That does not track.
the second one
I have
was
gotten the first seal before Burgeon died.
It was like an imprint. It wasn't an actual seal.
No,
You got a
it
shitty
wasn't.
tattoo on your hand before you got the one from Burgeon.
I don't know
I
about
think.
all that. I
Hmm.
remember having the first comet impact thingy before Burgeon died. Specifically remember this being true.
Wait,
I do not have any other targets that
no,
could
because it
have
wasn't
been
a
the first
target.
one.
Oh, yes. The first one was Burgeon. The second one was when you killed the demon in the village, like yesterday. Not when. No, not that. When you helped finish the exorcism. When you helped conclude the ritual of the
That
exorcism.
makes more sense. Okay. So okay.
I must be.
I still remember having the first mark before Burgeon died, but I could
I remember
But
him
you're
having
wrong.
something before Burgeon.
But you didn't.
But you didn't.
Okay, so I you know, I say the right thing to Woodrow.
Okay. Interesting. So you were simply helping Robin, and it happened.
What do you mean it happened?
You,
See?
unbeknownst to your own consciousness, you did what Dagon wanted, and it decided to reward you with another command seal.
I suppose. But what? Well, this is a stupid question to ask, but what is really so important about the soul of a single demon?
You were present in a ritual that is basically only known by select church members on how to stop the coming of a demon. Do you not think that Dagon must be interested in reverse engineering this process?
I suppose it's true.
Since you have shown exactly how the ritual was set up, why wouldn't he be interested in breaking it down?
That is starting to make more sense. And worse than I thought.
Oh, it's always going to be worse than you thought.
I suppose it is. So is there anything we can do about it?
I would say lock you up so you couldn't do anything else for Dagon.
Oh, he'll find something for me to do. Don't you worry about that.
Yes, I do worry about that quite a lot. Hmm.
And I assume there would be much to learn at whatever facility I would be incarcerated.
You wouldn't. I don't think it's possible to incarcerate you now. Not with the group that you walk with. However, I, unfortunately, as part of my job, cannot help but be incredibly curious as to what would happen if you were to gain the third command seal.
That is something I do not wish to know. But I suppose will happen inevitably eventually.
Yes.
I think Dagon also wants to know.
It would make sense.
If I don't do anything for him for enough time, he might just give me it for the hell of it.
Wouldn't that be fun? Getting bad
No.
consequences for absolutely no actions.
That would very much not be funny, no.
He composes himself back to his normal, non-interested in your death demeanor. I do not presume that you or anyone else in the group owns another catalyst. Am I correct?
Not to our knowledge.
He nods.
I'm surprised. Actually, did we tell you about the one we had? I suppose it doesn't matter, does it?
You didn't necessarily tell me, but Burgeon was. They may have spoken a little too much, or things that they shouldn't, during the dinner, and it was quite easy to understand that you all had taken something very precious from our dear friend the contractor.
Yes.
And in the context of the war, I can only assume it to be a catalyst.
Yes. Well, I won't pretend like it's not. But go on.
He nods. If you do not have a catalyst, and if Dagon has not given you one at this point in time, I fear that I hope, I do not fear, I hope that my theory is incorrect. But it would seem to me that maybe Dagon has something to give to you to use as a catalyst. Or it hopes that you steal the one your group already has.
Oh, that is just lovely.
If, however, that is as much of a theory as my last thought, if these commensals are to be used for summoning, we are still unaware of the true purpose.
Well, if I ever get my hands on another catalyst and am able to, I will tell you.
Good.
But what do you think they want with all of this?
If the objective is truly to interfere with the Holy Grail War, then the objective is quite clear, isn't it? The wish,
That is
the Grail.
not good.
No, no, it is not.
Right. Looks like I need to be rid of Dagon on the double then, before the year is out.
That would be interesting.
I'm working on it.
However, what intrigues me mostly about this, if you are connected to Dagon and has been given gifts, is Dagon connected to this other person that also has command seals that are black like yours?
Probably another entity like Dagon. Well, I don't see why it wouldn't be Dagon himself, but
That makes it
probably.
incredibly more annoying, doesn't it? Not only we have to deal with one greater demon, why not have to deal with multiples?
Or worse.
I must say, this is turning into quite a conundrum.
Is that what you call it?
What else would you call it?
A really big fucking problem.
Yes. A really big fucking problem.
Right, so we gotta be rid of two greater demons. Well, hold on a second. Do you only know of the one other person?
For now,
Right. Good. Good.
I don't know what good you see in this, but yes.
Well, when you remember that the original ritual usually has 7 masters, it's kind of interesting that there are only 2 of us.
Oh, please, do not tell me that you think the same way that Tobias does.
It would make quite a lot of sense.
I was not ready to deal with 7. I am certainly not ready to deal with 14.
We're so fucked.
Oh, yes, we are.
What the fuck are we gonna do, Woodrow?
For your sake, I hope you don't die. But also,
Well,
I think it would be quite better if you did.
Well, there is. At least there will be some solace if I do die. There will be one less of us.
Yes.
For a while.
For a while. I do not think that they would be capable of, putting another one of you back.
Not after the ritual started, no.
Yes.
Not after the war starts. But until then, it is quite possible someone else may take my place.
I hope that for our sake that you die after the war starts then.
A year at most, huh?
A year at most.
Right, well, if I meet any of these other greater demons, I'll keep you informed.
Thank you.
Is there any other small matter you'd want to talk about?
Do not overcomplicate things. That's all.
Good. Good.
Things are already extremely bad. Do not go trying to fix them and causing more issues.
Right. Don't think it'll be so easy. Issues do seem to follow in my wake, but I will try. I am trying.
Yes, at least you seem to be better at communicating the issue than the previous holder of whatever it is.
Well, you can't really blame them, can you?
Yes, I can.
I suppose you can. Well, if that is all.
He grabs your command seal hand, looks at it for a moment.
Starts taking off glove.
If you find another with these markings, do not kill them. Bring them to me.
I'll see what I can do.
The more of them we know and the more of them we understand, the better we can deal with whatever side effects it has.
Very well.
And he lets your hand go for a moment, and as you start to walk back towards the group.
Woodrow,
Yes.
do not get me wrong. And will do you this favor. Because I see you as a friend and an ally. Do not mistake me for a pawn.
The way I see it, there are 7 pawns in this war. Whatever these 2 others that are watching the game from inside are doing, it's not up to me. What any of those who hold command seals do is not up to me. I am here only to make sure that the Grail completes the ritual, and that there are no casualties involving civilians and non-participants. If you think yourself as a pawn, and he just shrugs.
That'll do as well.
Something tells me, however, do not be close whenever a servant is to be summoned.
Oh,
We do not
You
know
don't think-
what your command seals are supposed to do. We do not know if they will try to take hold of the ritual.
that is worrying.
I am not aware that it can be done.
Best to be safe.
Best to be safe.
Another problem to the piling list.
Yes.
No, good day.
Says goodbye, continues walking in the same direction. Because he's also returning to the group.
I will do a thing. Who am I going to choose? Do we have any amount of privacy? Like the group, are we far away from anyone else?
Sure. You were in a more reserved area, yes. When you arrived, there were some children, but they're gone now, and have been for a while.
So Jackson will, as soon as he gets within earshot, he will address the group. Quick question. Which of you think you can kill me the fastest?
Jiro raises a hand.
Put myself
All
up
of your
there.
raises an eyebrow.
Seems like you had a productive conversation.
I believe I
Give
had
me
myself
food
at
for
state.
thought, shall we say?
If you're
Okay.
on about killing yourself again, I've already said I would if you wanted.
No, it's a totally different problem, and one with much worse complications.
For the record, nobody's killing you.
Did not imply that, but
I've no
theoretically,
plan on it, but he does
theoretically, if
crazy
that were the
things.
case.
I'm not planning on it. The plan is already made.
Theoretically, if it were the case. Ichika, do you think you could?
What's this? Let's just theoretically.
We're not gonna entertain that notion.
Mm.
And
We
that's
will entertain that notion.
that. And
It
why?
would. I would be able to do it.
Good. Then you should hold this. He will pull out of his coat the box with the red ribbon tied around it, with the sword inside, with the catalyst inside. You should be the one to hold this.
And this is.
That's the thing we found at the museum.
That's yes.
Yeah. When you said that, I was hoping you meant more on a. You're doing something crazy, not. This seems more like you're actively doing something crazy.
Actively doing something crazy. Well, I guess you could put it like that, but no, not yet. I'm afraid of what I could be made to do. If you know what I mean.
I myself have no properties for this, but I can at least store it if you want.
It'd be best if it is kept away from me. And if I ever go asking for it, I should be denied it.
Now you're just sounding extra odd.
He glances at Woodrow. It might be necessary.
Woodrow just nods.
Whether true or not, I'll at least keep your heart at ease. And taking the box, putting in bag.
And Hopefully they won't be able to track us with it.
Oh, and Woodrow, if any of what we discussed needs to be addressed with them, I don't mind.
Woodrow sighs and says, "Your friend here should not be trusted around the summoning ritual of your servant. We do not know." He addresses this generically to the group. He doesn't look at anyone in particular. If and when you are to summon your servants, keep Jackson away. We are not sure of whatever his black command seals are supposed to do, or if they are just simply inert for now. We do not want whatever it is behind it controlling your servant.
Very well.
That makes sense.
Very well. If it
Well, we
if there is
go
anything else that you would like to discuss with me,
I guess, what is the biggest pressing thing we can do now? Because I assume you're going to start looking into the mayoral problem instead of us just assuming he's our main target. Is there any place on the island that we can immediately go to and, clean up?
I would say to rest up for the rest of the day in town and check for any signs of further dead apostle activity. We aren't quite sure yet if it is truly a dead apostle. But if it is, I don't see it as being hard to find any more evidence. Sorry if I wasn't exactly looking for it.
Happens from time to time.
I mean, in the short term, it can be hard to spot certain creatures' activities. Them only really show up given a period of time. At least if they're smart about it.
So is that all? I return to my usual.
Unless anybody else has anything, I don't believe. I think you can go back to what you were doing.
You should be good.
He nods. It was delightful meeting you all once more. I hope that we can, in the future, meet under better circumstances.
Let us hope so.
However, if you do need me for anything, you will know where to find me. Just look for a blue bird. He looks to Robin, who finally stands up from the bench. I am so glad to be able to go back. and not have to deal with you all once more.
The feeling's mutual.
Do we really have to keep hopping on the negativity aspect? We already have enough of that.
Oh, but you don't understand. I don't have to deal with life-threatening situations anymore. That is wonderful.
In your line of work?
Yes. Mostly those in my line of work just die. We don't deal with the life-threatening situations. We just, well, that demon is now free. Well, I'm dead. So yeah.
A little excessively bleak.
Oh yes, it is. Most exorcists die in the field. Yes. I guess most anyone that works from the church dies in the field.
I guess I can relate.
Oh. Good luck in you trying to survive until you naturally die. That outlook.
Oh yes, thank you very much. They do a little curtsy. Well, if you need a ferry back to Naxos, I hope that you find one. See you around.
Gee, thanks.
That's great. Thanks.
Woodrow just smiles at the waving and walking away Robin. The exorcists are a weird bunch. They seem to just deal with death differently. I guess after seeing what they see, death is better than the alternative.
Is blind hostility a familiar trait among them?
Oh, not necessarily hostility, they just understand that there's not much to do when you're alive, I think. I think that's how they deal with it.
For being called exorcists, it seems like they're haunted by a stick up their ass.
That, yes. That is basically how it goes.
I would choose not to comment.
The whole group is just side-eyeing Gianna.
Criminal offensive side eye.
Like, dealing with certain church members can always be a little draining, but
Oh,
I find
absolutely.
it's better to be polite than rude. At least in the short term.
Well, I shall be off. Still more things to be observed, and if I do find anything, I will let you know. You are quite easier to find than I am.
Only by a small margin, I guess. Oh, last question. Any good place to stay around here that's not awful?
Oh no, Paros is interesting. I heard there is a certain Golden Egg hotel that is quite enjoyable.
Good, I think I need some time to myself.
Peaking interest 29.
I do believe we can check it out at least.
Dice, dice, dice.
You see, terminal failure has a better result the lower the dice is.
Hey, that you stole that from Jiro. How dare you?
I've had this on my sheet for the last 40 sessions.
For the last 40 sessions. I know what I am talking about.
Gonna mute myself again because I'm gonna start having another coughing fit.
No, don't do it.
Man's laugh coughing.
His old man laughing.
It's not old man laughing, it's just I have this really bad dry cough.
Got the dusty laugh.
So just dying.
Yes, I am dying.
I am just
I-
dying.
I am actually rolling a 1 on Edmund's skill.
So you're the penguin from Toy Story.
Oh, Wheezy.
Wheezy.
Alright. Well, assuming Woodrow does his bird thing and leaves.
He cacaws away.
Caw,
Hi,
motherfucker.
Woodrow. Please don't have a conniption.
Oh, he will.
Or a fit. Or a fit. Anything in particular you want to do? I kind of want to hit the more touristy spots and see the general attitude of the local populace. Seeing if they're also gearing for war or they're hesitant about the whole thing.
Just want to turn my brain off for once and follow along.
I do not want to participate, please.
I think
Please,
that
the brain don't do good.
sounds like a good point to start at. I was considering heading out of town to cast a spell to see if there's anything out in the wilderness, but I think that can wait a little.
Yeah. My thing can wait too.
Well, looks to Ichika and the mostly comatose and Jiro.
He's
Ah,
eating
nothing.
pancakes.
There we go.
I will also take my leave to go eat.
Go eat.
Do that.
So which path would you like to take? Would you like to take the explorer's path, or would you like to take the touristy path?
Well, Gianna's going the touristy path because I also want to go buy random shit.
I want
If
to
we take the
expand.
if we take the touristy path, I can make some monies and draw a crowd so Gianna can ask.
Yes. Also, so I can buy random crap.
I want to buy shit.
Gianna doesn't nearly have enough knickknacks.
No,
It's true.
that's part of how I make my tower. I grab knickknacks so I can incorporate them into the tower.
I need nicks and knacks.
She's gonna go shoe shopping.
I need thingies and mabobs. Come on.
Thingy and mabobs. Okay. You were at a, as I had said before, you met Woodrow at a quote-unquote square. That had a little park around it. That's why you had more private areas. But after you leave the square, it would take a little while to reach the proper. How can I say this? The main touristy areas of town. Most of the time, you would just be walking through normal cityscape, until you do actually reach more crowded areas. And in those crowded areas, you can see that the policing, the actual members of the police that are more heavily armed, are all here.
Makes sense.
So you aren't quite able to walk around freely. You can always feel their eyes on you, especially because you all, as a group, stand out quite a lot.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna pick an unoccupied street corner. I'm gonna put a hat out and I'm gonna start playing my violin so I can stand out even more and make other people stand out less. How's about that?
Make a performance
for me.
check.
Do it.
Ouch.
Ooh, yeah, that's still pretty good.
Rolls of 5, total
Oh.
18.
I was about to say, can I help?
What would you like to do?
We'll play with him.
Do you have an instrument?
I have a guitar. I've had a guitar all this time.
Oliver, would you accept this?
He normally doesn't do duets, but sure.
Then go ahead and roll your own performance check, Jackson.
No!
No.
Do you want me to just
Yeah.
roll again as if I had advantage?
No.
Yes!
I mean,
no!
that's not how performances work. It's all or nothing.
Hmm.
Damn it!
If someone sucks, you notice.
No, it's gonna be worse.
Look, all you need to do is just roll high.
No.
You got the same result.
Do you not have
I like-
proficiency in the instrument, or do you just have the instrument?
I do not have proficiency in performance.
No, yes.
No, but
But do you have proficiency
if you have proficiency in the instrument,
Oh, yes.
Then it's an 8 total. No, wait, it's a 9 total.
Wow.
What I like to think is that it's Jackson doing his best and Oliver's trying to match his
that
performance
turns it
level.
from bad to below average.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I can use an inspiration.
And it went from below average to bad.
Well, either way, the desired effect happened, which is we are now the center of attention, I think.
Yes, it's true. However, your hat at the end of however long you play, it's not very full. There's just like a couple coins. That's mostly
How
it.
much do I get? How many copper do I get?
I'd say like 20 copper.
Hell
That's
yeah,
it.
it's two silver.
When you look down for your hat, you see someone has stolen your hat for the performance.
You get like $20.
Looks
for
looks
it.
to Jackson, says I work alone.
Okay. Okay, little guy.
Okay, little guy. Jackson, during the 1 year time skip, I'm going to be so good at the guitar.
And he's already good at it. He's just a bit tone deaf.
Look, he can't see out of one of his eyes.
You gotta up that charisma if you want to get any better.
But yes, you do cause a small commotion to some people. Stop, mostly kids stop because of the noises that weren't present before.
Oh god. My performance wasn't that bad, damn it.
I know.
Mine was.
I mean, if
Yes.
you take the average is still above. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still
Yeah.
not bad. It's just
It's still a 13.
you can
and a half.
notice it is.
Yep. So some people do stop. You also notice that most of the guards are keeping an eye on you now.
Good, yes. Excellent.
Because, what is this commotion? This unnecessary amount of commotion over here.
Well,
Pull out a
what's
gun
all
from
this?
my
then?
fucking
Okay,
guitar.
Gianna, hurry up!
Well, what's all this?
I'm waiting for my turn. Gah.
Yes. The other people, the ones that are not interested in being the center of the attention, for now, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna follow Gianna's lead on things.
Yeah, basically same.
Okay.
Sweet.
Good.
First thing, I'm going to hit up the local little shops while they're like starting the performance and kind of getting everybody gathered around or
Mhm.
less focused on us to look at like knickknacks or neat little things I can buy.
Yes.
What do I got to roll?
The first shop that you come upon is one that is specifically about knickknacks and souvenirs.
Yes.
It's run by an old lady with white hairs. However, they do seem quite energetic and glad that someone is playing at least some sort of music outside. The shop isn't that big, but you can peruse inside. It isn't just a stand. It is empty at the time. When you approach, there was one lady with a child walking out of it, carrying a bag with some new, recently bought things. But for now, it is empty.
Okay. I'll look about, probably pick up a glass something or another, or something that's made, looks like it's made of an exotic wood or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You get a little wooden, like, paperweight that is the shape of the island.
Excellent.
You see that there are ones for Paros and ones for Naxos. There isn't any for Antiparos.
I'll grab both.
Yes, they are quite hefty. You would think that they could even be used to stop doors, not only paper.
Oh, interesting. Fine craftsmanship. Good. Good, yes. So I'll bring them over to the lady and speak in Greek. I was looking to complete a set for the local islands around here. I don't notice one for what's the island next to us? I'm kind of new here.
The lady squints. But you already have both of them.
There we go. I must be thinking of what's the? It starts with an M.
Mykonos? That's quite far.
Yes, that's what. It's. I'm from Italy, so far is a little subjective.
Oh, yes, yes.
Traveling to Sicily from the boot is a bit, longer stretch than from island to island. Anyway, I'm sorry, I got a little confused.
But no, we
It's
don't
just-
have one for Mykonos. You would need to get one there.
Okay, I'll have to go look when I'm back that way. Also, question. Yeah, as mentioned, I'm new here, and there's a lot of activity. She's like looking around, trying to start up the gossip chain, as it were.
Yes.
What's the deal with that? Did something happen?
The lady, even though she's behind the counter, and the entrance isn't like something that she can just look both ways to see outside of. She kind of does a little side to side with her head, just making sure. You're talking about the guards?
Mm-hmm. It's a lot for a small space.
Oh yeah. We're not really sure. Some people say that there's a war happening, but the war ended like a couple years ago, didn't it? Is it
did.
still going?
No, not that I'm aware of. You think they couldn't be starting another one, could they?
Now, why would they start another one? That one was already great.
Mm, that's what worries me. But there's been no, I don't know, big. It's like starts to animate, gets real quiet, big murder scene or something, right?
Oh no.
No public official just poofs or anything.
I mean, the secretary of the mayor left, but they got a new one very, very fast. He was a police guard, and now he's the secretary of the mayor.
Oh, that's weird. No,
Now,
those things don't.
and you can clearly see that she also is starting to gossip. Now, some
Good,
people
good.
say that he was the one who got the last secretary fired because he wanted the job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they say that being a policeman isn't very good money, you see. So he wanted more.
But why a secretary though? That's a bit of a strange step up.
I don't know, you don't run the risk of being shot in the field.
Well, but going from active duty to what amounts to journalism it's a little odd, and most people tend to not go for a more quiet standpoint. But I guess money makes a good sense.
Oh yeah. We started having a lot of policemen. Then I guess he just decided to, well, there's a lot of them. I don't need to be one of them anymore. So I'm just going to change profession.
Maybe. You think the mayor and him have some sort of agreement or something? Like, your buddy, that sort of thing, getting them a higher pay job?
Oh. Maybe it was all set up for a long time.
Possibly. You never know with these types of things. Politicians can take so long to do things.
Oh, poor lady. The old secretary, she helped us a lot.
What was her name?
Ooh. We sometimes just called her secretary, which was kind of rude, but she took it fine. But her name
Just called
name was Leah.
Leah. Okay. I assume she's been a native of at least the island chain for some time, or born or raised here.
I think if I recall, he was from Athens,
Really?
all the way
That's
in the
a bit
mainland.
odd.
I think she had like a friend that lived here. She came, spent some time, and then got a job.
That's good. Do you know what happened to her, or did she just go back home?
Oh, from what we know, she just left. And if she left because she was fired, or if she left and then she was fired because she wasn't there, we aren't really sure. But we do think that it was the new guy.
That does make sense. You think They couldn't have had like some dirt on her or something.
Oh, I hope not. She was such a sweet girl.
She sounds so sweet just from how you're describing her. It's weird that she would suddenly disappear.
Oh yeah, she helped me set up the shop.
Oh, it is a lovely shop, I must admit.
She blushes. Oh, just to hear that from a tourist.
Oh, I always adore little shops like these. I always like, it's, from the bigger stores, you usually find all the cheap stuff, but stuff like this is quality made. Harder to find. Real love and passion. Speaking of,
you watch as her smile grows. Yes, dear.
anything possibly else behind back that you could show? Flutters eyelashes.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Yes. Ooh, I only have a +1 to this. Is it worth use? Yeah, it's worth using the channel divinity. Let's go.
Hey,
I will
God.
give my- God, make me more charismatic, please. Oh.
Okay, today's the day of the fives. I see.
Yes.
She smiles. Hold right there, dear. And she goes in the back. Is there anything that you would like to do while she goes in the back?
At first, she'll just kind of stand there really pleased with herself, look back to the other two. Oh, right, they don't speak Greek. They don't know what the fuck just happened. So I'll wander up to them and relay the information quickly.
To Edmund and Ichika, right?
Because I assume they're
Yeah.
hovering around in the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just glancing at those glass paperweights you always see.
Yeah. Just looking at the different things offered, or just kind of mention when you explain everything. It's like, oh yeah, something's seriously happening here.
Sounds a little bit like a coup.
Not
Obviously,
only
coup
a-
type situation.
Not only a coup. But when you said that lady didn't even acknowledge that entire island.
We know there's a bounded field around there, but I didn't think it was
Yeah, but
that
that's
strong.
still.
That's a little worrisome.
Whoever said it must have been thorough to remove as much evidence as possible. There's not even
Speaking-
like knickknacks about it.
Yeah, I was gonna look back through this stuff. Is there anything that, because I could understand the memory loss, but is there anything that could look remotely like Antiparos? Or mention it?
Roll me an investigation check. And if anyone would like to help, you can roll with advantage.
Yeah.
Edmund's definitely
I'll help her look
interested
like a local map area.
Sure. That helps.
Yep.
Alright, advantage. Whee!
That's a 28.
There we go. Perfect.
When you start to look for knickknacks more specifically tailored to the region as a whole, you do find that most of them, don't know how to explain this to a way that Gianna would understand, but you know, like in movies when something is magically altered, that there is kind of a shimmer or a blur around it.
Like an illusion spell?
Yeah. You can kind of see it and spot it in different areas of the shop. Maybe it's something that was supposed to be in threes, but it's kind of weird to look at it when there are two. like representing the 3 islands. This is mostly something that you and Edmund spot, since it is more magical in nature. But Ichika, behind one of the multiple shelves of knickknacks, you see a crumpled up piece of parchment. Doesn't seem like paper. It does seem to be like what maps are made of. And as you pluck it out from the array of things, of souvenirs, and you open it up, you see that it is a discarded, very old map of the region. You can, from what you know and what you've studied with parchment before in Japan, this is easily hundreds of years old. And it does show Antiparos in it. It's a simple map of the 3 islands with just it has just the main towns pointed out, the same ways that the map that I show you have is just a couple dots, and you can see that it has the I forgot the name of the rose thingy that points the directions.
Compass rose.
The compass rose on the side and everything, has the lines, both horizontal and vertical, that an old map would have. And there are some drawings of like a serpent in the water, as you do. But it does show Antiparos. Nothing else special about it, though.
Does it have that same, like, obscuring effect over Antiparos?
No.
I can't really say much, but is it only above mental thing, and it's only they only would affect new items, new creations? If something like this is still remaining, fine.
So these would have been recently made.
It's also possible that whatever Aircraft was used to cause this was designed to affect the general populace, and this map isn't exactly focused towards that. This isn't a
Even if-
collector's item or anything.
And even if someone did notice it, they would just take it off as a mismarking.
An
As
inaccurate
a
map.
format.
Yes.
I can't imagine that everything that got removed was new. I imagine it's much more just what people would notice in the first place.
Looking back at the set of paperweights, that, there technically is a third shelf. Is there paperweights of Antiparos that are there now that I see it, or is it because I could see through the illusion? It's just like shelf,
You just
shelf,
reach
empty
in
shelf.
and reach and grab until you hit something.
Yeah.
As you look at the set and you see Paros, you see Naxos, and you see that it should have something else, the way it's positioned and the way the map is. And as you try to reach for it, you feel as if you were reaching through, like, jello. And you can't really go much further than just the tip of your fingers. And as you pull out, there isn't any sort of residue in your hands.
Damn it, I don't have Dispel magic, I just have Counterspell. Hmm. All right. Can I do like a quick Arcana check to see, if nothing else, what type of school this might be that's causing it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not enough. 11 on my
16.
side.
If you got dispel magic or not detect, then that would just tell you.
I do, but I can only do it as like a. Well, I do have my free ritual. Yeah, this one. Well, I'll wait. I'll wait for right now.
Mm-hmm. This was supposed to be illusion magic, but having used some illusion magic in the past, you know that once you inspect illusion magic, once you touch it, it should go away. It should have stopped being an illusion if it was an illusion.
Now we're hitting the realm of transmutation.
Well, or
Go ahead,
God.
go ahead.
Edmund, just looking at this of possible this illusion was left here, but initially used to hide it while they came around and removed everything.
I suppose that
Reasons.
is possible, but there's a obscuration. She'll like try and demonstrate it. Probably from his perspective, it just looks like she's just grabbing a shelf. But she would show that
Is
she's
it-
definitely struggling to grab something.
Could you make it so that rather than create an illusion, you're just forcing others to not see something?
That would also factor into the realm of illusion and enchantment. Still more illusion, but in this case, it's physically stopping me from trying to interact with it.
This is certainly some higher level stuff, no matter which way it goes.
It's a little too good.
Well, not only consider that it's affecting everything we see here, but likely every shop and building in this island.
Possibly.
Or at least the generalized area. I don't see why they'd put in the
Bother
effort
with-
to just bother with one shop.
Mhm. I'll ponder that and walk back towards the front and wait for the lady.
The older lady does return. I would say that ignoring time constraints, there are like snow globes around.
Oh, hell yeah.
But she brings out an old one. You can see that it's very dusty. And when she places it on the counter, she pulls up a piece of cloth and just shine it off. And as soon as she does, you can see in her face confusion. And as she looks at it, you can see that it's a snow globe representation of the 3 islands.
Ah.
And she shakes it a bit, and the fake snow falls on the 3 islands. You can see that the islands have some sort of elevation to them as the snow drifts on them, almost as if a height map.
Topography?
Yeah, with some topography. She stops Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I think I got a broken one. There's a, an another island here. That should be there.
Well, that might just be. She'll hold out her hands just to like inspect it.
But she pushes it closer to you.
Gianna will tap it and look and inspect it. Watching her reactions, did it seem like there was a moment where she recognized and then just kind of blank wipe to, oh, I don't know what this is?
Roll an insight check.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Don't roll it then. Even worse. Thanks, game.
God damn, today has been a day for Yahweh.
Look, just
As long as I don't roll, I'm not doing bad.
Exactly.
11. You could, if there was such a thing, you couldn't catch it. But as soon as she wiped away the dust and saw the island, her face turned to confusion. There wasn't a moment of recognition in it. It was just immediately snapped directly to confusion. And you can see that when she pushes it towards you and watches you fiddle with it, there's a bit of shame of like, I'm giving you a product that is incorrect, more so than, oh, I'm giving you something that you shouldn't be able to see or shouldn't be seeing.
It's like showing off your collection and then somebody points out there's a defect in it, and that's like, aw, damn.
Yeah, something like that.
She'll turn it over in her hand, just kind of looking at it. It is weird that, Either way, this is very well made.
Oh, I guess I can give you a discount since it's broken.
Broken's a harsh word. Just, artist interpretation. Poor artist interpretation. How much?
And now's the time where we turn into non-money talk. She says that it would have been a gold piece, so 100 monies. But she can make it 7 silver for you, since it's weird. But since you seem to like it, she says that 7 is fine.
That works for me. And then also the two paperweights.
Oh, the 2 paperweights are like 5 copper each.
Okay, so that'd be...
So another silver.
Okay, introduce that for me. Alright, I'll hand her over the monies.
Thank you, dear. I hope that you enjoy your stay.
I'm already enjoying it as it is. We'll leave.
So,
But-
she does put the items in a bag, but I would like to know if you are going to investigate further the items while outside.
Probably not while outside.
Okay.
I don't necessarily want to be pointed out as, hey, that's weird. Why do you have a weird thing? Yeah.
I mean, that's its own bonus.
Yeah, but there's a lot of cops around here, and
And we're looking at a possible like a police coup
yeah.
or military coup. Look, we'll just let them focus on the performance happening.
Yes.
I'm sure everyone wants to listen to that instead.
Yeah, like occasionally you don't get Jackson's part, so you get some good stuff.
Wow.
Alright, alright.
Wow.
Settle down.
Ouch!
Damn.
Tell me how you really feel.
Oh, also, just for posterity's sake, what's the paperwork made out of again? You
Wood.
said a wood, but
Yeah,
what type of wood?
it's made of
If
wood.
you
Wood.
care. Okay,
It's made of
I'll think
balsa
of a
wood.
wood.
Wooden.
It's made of island tree wood.
Cool. I'll look it up.
The one you find at the place.
The one available.
Olive
One of
wood.
them.
It's made of birch.
Perchance.
They have
Is
fir,
birch tree?
pine, and bushes.
Bush. It's made out of multiple bush.
It's made out of birch.
To be fair,
Bushwood.
Paros's general trees are like cedar, cypress, and pine.
Do they even
Yeah, that's
have a
what I'm also
single
seeing.
tree in the
I'll
whole
say,
I
I'll
do
say
know
they're made out
this.
of cypress because I looked it up.
It's true.
Because, look, I'm gonna be honest. A while back, I googled like what were native berries in that last island for the jam, and kind of was prepared.
Nice.
Jam.
That's fair.
As you step outside just when Oliver's patience finally ends and he no longer can sustain playing with Jackson.
Jackson's well practiced with the guitar. It's just all he's got is practice.
Yes.
Look, okay, that's enough bullying Jackson. We save the rest for the war.
Ow. I have a boo boo in my mouth and it's on top of the bracket. It hurts.
Ooh.
No,
That
those
sounds
words.
very unfun.
It will never heal.
Yes, I am aware.
Oh my god! What is wrong with you?
I'm just stating facts.
I am aware that it's going to keep hurting itself. But yes.
I just discovered a boo boo in my mouth.
Good. That's karma. You all regroup. Is there anything else that you would like to do? It would be around, I'd say, 4 p.m. Close to the sun going down since it's winter.
I would like to secure lodgings.
I would maybe like to do one more thing, but that possibly involves interacting with the police. So,
I see.
Oh,
That'll be
I would
our
prefer
party's
you
probably
not
good at.
interact with the police or
Do
allow
not
me to
interact
interact
with the police.
Because I am good at finessing things unless
Stay away
people are
the
from the
police.
church. I am very charming even though I don't show it.
I'm temporarily also charming, so we can team up.
Yes.
I'm just naturally so.
So what is it that So what is it that you want to do with the popo?
Well, for my background feature, I can kind of identify places where criminal and justice organizations hang out. So
Oh, yeah,
I'm just kind
background
of gonna go.
features.
Yes, Watcher's Eye. So I'm gonna kind of go around and see exactly where the cops like to hang out, either on or off duty.
And what is it
And
you're trying
maybe-
to accomplish with this?
Mostly kind of get the general vibe of them. Like, are they sitting there like, about to storm the beaches of Normandy type? Or are they just, pretty lax?
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah, actually, background features
Hasn't
are such a rare thing to use.
It's true.
Yes.
Most people don't
Okay,
I
like
these-
want to use it now.
I'll let you go ask it. If I were to look at any of those police, were they shown as being outsiders of being not actually police, but hired guards from somewhere else?
Paramilitary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a Investigation or perception check.
Because if we're using our features, I'll make you go of mine.
I will assist Gianna.
No,
Okay.
it's not
Perception.
Gianna who needs to roll. Yes, it's Ichika. Nice,
Oh,
19.
I can roll good.
19. I will get to your mercenary life ability. Don't worry about it. You would see that yes, there are hired guns. There are people that are clearly not from here, and you can see it in the way that they not only present themselves, but also in the groups that they talk to, and even the language that they are using. As some groups and some pairs of guards that you pass by aren't speaking Greek. They're not necessarily speaking other languages that you know. Which
I don't know
languages
about
do you know,
languages.
Ichika?
2. English and Japanese.
English, yes. So yes, they some pairs do speak in languages that you do not understand, but from the 15 days that you spend in the islands, it's not Greek either.
So definitely make that known that not all of a good amount of these policemen are from out of country. They're hired from all over.
Knowing that, and with my 6 different languages I know, can I figure out where some of them are from?
Russia.
Russia.
Hell yeah. I do have Russian.
I am
I have
aware.
Russian, Spanish,
how many?
Italian, Greek, German, and UK English.
UK English.
But you have to specify.
It's true.
Yes.
You would notice that some are German and some are Italian. You would
My people.
my people.
Don't get excited just yet.
You don't get Russian, but you do get one pair of guards speaking in Spanish.
They are kind of all over then. It is very odd. Especially the German during this time frame.
So mercenary life. You know the mercenary life as only someone who has experienced it can. You're able to identify mercenary companies by their emblems. You know little about any such company, including the names and reputations of its commanders and leaders and who has hired them recently. Knowing that you have this as a possibility, that can possibly know about emblems and mercenary companies and how they operate, roll me a perception check.
Yeah, because if these are people hired out, then it's possible that they're hired through their mercenary groups, and you always find those. Oh, accidentally changed my perception from. Oh, I can roll high too.
Why? You stole our luck. How dare you?
Oh, dang.
I never have any give it to me for one day.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
Look, now all we have to do is get quickly into combat so you can use it.
Pick a fight.
You do identify that not all, but some of the, and by some I mean 5 people that you've seen during your walks, do have a specific small nectar tattoo that would link them to a mercenary group that was once Japanese based, but is now much more global, especially after the war, called the Red Suns. The tattoo is a sun with red ink.
Are they headed by a bald man?
And the hold on, the brain's not brainy. You would be aware that some of them, not all, they're mostly quote unquote civilian. Better term to use would be Muggle mercenary group, but some of them do use some sort of magecraft, but not necessarily in the way that mage people use it. More so in the ways that you and Jiro use quote unquote magecraft.
Like the
Yeah,
yes, the
it's the same thing with other
the
names.
teacher from Stay Night.
Yeah.
The teacher from Stay Night. Suzuki.
Yep, the way he fights, yeah. Some of them are known to use it, but not all of them. It's just a small part of the Red Sun.
One of
That's intriguing.
the groups here, they're a proper mercenary, or I guess they're more like a group of thugs in a way. They're a proper group that seems to be hired out.
Do they come from your home country, or?
They used to. They've expanded as of the past few years. They're
Looking at.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, God, you go on.
I was just going to ask, just looking at them, do they seem like, European descent, Asian descent, would the ones that are with specifically the Red Sun insignia on them?
They do seem European in descent, or at least non-Asian.
Gotcha.
They, if you know, so the best example would be the monks, the warrior monks of Japan or Shaolin of China. They are martial artists of that type. Their bodies are very strong.
So, a lot of all overs.
Makes you wonder who's going to gather them all here.
Let's make it weird that there is, listening to the languages, there are Germans here, which is odd considering the previous war. Even amongst mercenary life, that still would be possible bad blood. They must be being paid a lot of money.
Oliver gets visibly.
Mercenaries.
I don't know what the word for it is, but he's on edge because Germans.
Mercenaries are people who they don't tend to care about such things. Money is, in a way, their god.
Well, sure, but parading around.
Depends on.
Say that
Just goes to these people are more high tier than the average one if they can abandon such hatreds.
Still odd to see them being used in a more civilian capacity, if that makes sense.
It's definitely there's definitely something odd with using mercenaries for such a thing. Normally, you'd put men more strictly loyal to you in the position of peacekeeper. Mercenaries, normally they're people would turn on a dime.
It's so with this wander about, what does my feature, pop it up there, be?
Watcher's eye.
It's such a good thing that you can do that.
Uh,
Yeah, it's very nice. I just noticed it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that with literally everything.
Yeah, it's so good.
Your experience in enforcing the law and dealing with lawbreakers gives you a feel for local laws and criminals. You can easily find a local outpost of the Watch or a similar organization, just as easily pick out the dens of criminal activities in the community, although you're more likely to be welcomed by the former locations rather than the latter. You're more likely to be welcome in dens of criminals, I see.
No more likely to be welcome in law enforcement than
No, former is the one before.
It's the one
Latter
before,
is
yes.
the one after.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Gianna is not a criminal yet.
Yeah. Oh no, she is.
Technically, no, my
She
stuff
is.
was sanctioned by the church. Don't give me that. All my jobs I have taken were completely legal after I got permission.
After I got
yes.
permission.
The church, notable lawgiver,
Exactly.
instead of, I don't know, a government.
Yes.
Look, the Vatican is the law
Notable
for everybody.
neutral observer.
Notable neutral observer. Okay. So you would quite easily notice that the police station, where most of the policemen stop at least once a day, is on the God, the words escape me. Like the police station is on one street and the mayor's office is on the next street, so they're very close. You would watch as basically all of the guards that you can see and that you can differentiate, so like different people that you can see, oh, I've seen that guy before on that street, at least once they do go to the police station, spent a couple minutes there, most likely, from what you know, giving a report on what they've seen, since there isn't, walkie-talkies. You just go back, report with what they've seen, and then return to their post. That seems to be, from what you can tell, maybe 2 to 3 hours at a time. They return to the station, unless, of course, their post was further away. Then it takes a little longer for them to do that.
Right.
I didn't catch the bastard.
Mosquito.
Yes. Lots of
Hate
them.
those guys.
I
Oh,
do
it's-
not have this problem.
You live in the fucking 8th floor, my man.
I have screens.
You live in the 8th floor, it doesn't matter if you have screens.
Oh, we had plenty of mosquito trouble before.
Gianna would like you to roll me a perception check.
I shall. Hey, above a...
Above a 5. You would notice that besides the very obvious police station, there is a warehouse, because the town you're at is also close to the sea enough to have a port, to have docks. there is a warehouse that seems to be awfully busy with specifically policemen. The warehouse does see some, but reduced amount of workflow that you would expect from a warehouse. So, like, not boxes, containers, people walking in and out of it. But it's weirdly attractive to policemen.
Okay. I assume it's not the only warehouse on the dock.
Oh no.
That specific one seems to have heightened activity.
Yes.
Then I guess last thing, is there a specific pub or restaurant or something where a lot of cops seem to congregate around? Assuming I could maybe find that with my ability.
Roll me a d6.
Three.
There is a restaurant that also has a bar area in a more touristy place of town called the Green Marbles.
Green marbles.
Yes. Where the peoples seem to go. The peoples with specific uniforms.
Okay. Does it seem to be like one specific company, or is it just like the mercenaries go here? Or does it seem to be like the Italian German sectors go to this one? What's the
Seems to be
general divide?
all of them. Perhaps they have some sort of agreement with the police station to either give food for free, give food and drink for free, or just have reduced prices.
Gotcha. Alright. I'll point all that out to Ichika and Oliver, who's falling around.
I'm so sorry. I have been on mute this whole time, and I've been trying not to die.
Oh no, but
I literally just can't talk. I think I'm gonna like bow out, unless you guys really need me for something.
Oh god.
okay,
I can't stop coughing. It's really bad.
Oh,
It is an investigation day.
Yeah,
yeah.
please try to get some rest.
yes, go do that.
I'm gonna actually bow out. I apologize.
No worries.
Slept.
Excuse me.
Medicine, get better.
I took Robitussin. It's not working. I'm gonna have to
Lie
wait until my
down and
goes to
keep
the
your
doctor.
mouth open.
Look,
No, lying
consume all
down is
medicine.
actually what's causing the problem. I've been reclining in my chair.
Mm.
Anywho, I will see you all later. If you need me, ping me on Discord. I can pop on for a second, but I'm
Don't die. Just go.
I'm gonna try.
No,
Keep yourself
I'll let-
fine.
I'll let you guys go. Bye.
Go on.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Cook.
Yeah.
But yes, Diana, you said you were going to just spread the information around.
Yes. Figured I can probably strike up a conversation with one of the Italian lads. Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
Get some information from them, but
Hmm.
that's my
mean-
best
Mhm.
idea.
I can get a few of them chatting.
I don't give off much touristy vibes without knowing anything of the language, so I can't say I'd be much help.
I could get one of the German boys to say something.
No,
I mean, if this doesn't work out, I could always take a look around, follow them around. Some of the ones that I can understand.
Yeah, I'll point out some of the routes, or at least where they tend to go to help him find
But
a suitable target.
we'll see what you all can learn first. No point in risking it otherwise.
That's fair.
Something I could do at the very least is I could keep watch on what you'd consider their main point of gathering.
But the main point is definitely the police station where they take reports and all that. But there is a warehouse that's suspiciously over-occupied.
I mean,
I can-
then do we want to? One of us watch the warehouse, the other watch the station.
I can keep watch of the warehouse from a distance away. I've got quite good eyes.
All right, then I'll keep an eye on the station, see if any excitement happens.
And I guess I'll talk to the people over here at the restaurant.
Okay.
Jackson, who you gonna follow?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to follow. Yes.
Follow who?
Go along with you.
Good.
Good.
I will. We're going to do this right now.
So I'm about to maybe cast a spell on you, if I can remember where it is.
Oh, I don't need a
Bring-
spell, honey.
Nah, it's
And
a
just
different spell.
be another
It's good.
person.
No, it's good spell. It's enhance ability.
Mm-hmm.
Target additional creature. Okay, so I can hit both of us with charisma advantage.
Good.
Or do you want something else?
No, charisma advantage would be quite handy.
Sweet. That lasts an hour, so while we are far away. Actually, I can technically target all of us. Do I want to pop everybody with a with the enhance ability and give you 2 like wisdom stuff and us charisma?
Dexterity would be pretty good for stealth.
Let me look at the enhanced ability different options just to see.
It's advantage on one of each of the types of checks.
Also, Gianna, what's going to be our cover?
Well, I'm going to be a tourist that's going to go to one of the Italian
Oh,
folk and be like,
Well, if,
"Hey,
you're,
my
if you're two tourists, you gotta be a couple.
Well,
well, no, mm,
Hmm.
you see,
mm,
that's not going to get them talking. We could be a couple of friends.
we could both be, Europeans checking out the local
But-
scene.
When did we get here?
Well, today, obviously, that checks out with the books.
What if someone saw us? Did many people come in the ship?
Yeah,
No,
a fair
it was
bit.
just mostly you all.
That got dropped off. Yeah. Well, that was over in Marpisa, so that'd be they'd
Oh,
have
yes,
to go
that's
like
also
take a
that.
day hike.
That's had to be.
They'd have to
town
take a
away.
day hike to go check, and I
True.
don't think they will.
Well, good.
We did just come in today, so
Just a couple of tourist girls looking for fun.
yes. Well, I don't know about that one. Hold on.
No, I meant
We don't
more,
want to present ourselves
I
that
meant
way.
more pleasant company.
There we go.
We don't want them to be totally scared of us.
It didn't change at all. Looking for a good time. Looking for pleasant company. Yeah, it didn't change at all. Sorry.
Well, that goes with the mind of the thinker.
Yes.
But yes, Jackson, do you intend on doing things that only you can do?
Yes, I will do a disguise.
Then I'll pop enhance ability on everybody.
So Gianna's gonna pretend, well, not pretend to be Italian.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pretend to be German.
Pretendo German. Okay, so the people that are not disguising slash pretending. Ichika, you said you wanted to keep an eye on the main area. So do you mean the
warehouse.
the warehouse? Okay, that's what I wanted to check. If it was the warehouse or the police station.
And
Edmund was gonna keep an eye on the police station.
Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on the police station to watch for any immediate action.
Mm-hmm.
and what check do you want advantage on?
Definitely dexterity.
Okay, here it comes. Yeah, boop-a-doo. And what do you want? You check out dexterity as well, or?
Yeah, because stealth is the more important one here, since we don't really want to get into a fight.
There you go. That lasts for an hour.
Because it's like imagine there'll be at least a few buildings next to the warehouse
Mm-hmm.
that she could get on top of.
Yeah, especially for you with your something soar something far. I fucking don't remember the name of the thing that you used.
Rise up, soar far.
Yes. You can quite easily and also quite stealthily make your way up to a
You want me
rooftop.
to at least a point, just
Yeah.
for the sake of it. Because it's only one.
Yeah.
Open up Hero Forge.
My man is making an impromptu miniature. But yes, you run up some walls, hop, skip, jump, and land on a rooftop, looking onto the warehouse. I would like to.
Stealth check.
I would like you to first roll me a perception check. Then, depending on that perception, we can roll stealth.
Alright. And I'm also going to use a adept moment.
Oh wow, he's doing the sourcing thing.
Oh my god.
Because I don't get the because they're rare tools, but they're good.
24.
Nice.
While your eyes are not necessarily magically trained, you are able to identify that the guardsmen that go up to the warehouse sometimes, when they go in pairs, sometimes only one returns. And when there are larger groups, you notice that whenever 2 or more guards enter the warehouse, one of them always is left behind.
If she put up a count on how many enter versus how many leave, it'd generally be more enter than more leave.
Yeah, at the end of the day, more enter than leave. And you also notice that sometimes when the group is larger than 2, closer to like 5 people, when they all go in and return 4, it's not that it's the same 4 people that went in and then just one guy is missing. They get changed. So it seems like there is a sort of rounds going about, some sort of watch or turn. So they go in, leave one, replace them with another, and then continue. Which is something that you would expect to happen at the police station, not at a random warehouse.
Yeah. There's definitely a good amount there just of residing here for some reason.
With a 24, you would notice that at some point, this would be when I would say around closer to 6, before right before you decide to head back to whatever place you all decided to hunker down for the night. You would notice a man approach the warehouse, and while he's using the uniform, his has a different tinge. It's reddish. It's almost like flames, but very dull. It's just enough so that it stands out from the other officers. And he enters alone the warehouse, and while you see most of the people that you saw during the day that went in the warehouse return at some point, so maybe policemen letter A and B went in, A and C came out, and then later on in the day you watch as B came out with D. So during their normal watches, you watch as most of the ones that went in do end up leaving, but you never see this person in red or reddish colors leave after they go in. And you are also aware, since you rolled a 24, that they, while under the hat for most of the time, you can see that their hair is also very red, very fire-like. Edmund, you said that you would be watching the police station, right?
Yes.
I would like you to then roll me a perception check. Also, each
Sure, if you want.
roll me a stealth. I forgot to add.
Yep.
26 stealth.
Nice.
Ichika, at some point, when the man in red was making its way towards the warehouse, you got a chill down your spine and you dodged out of his sight. But when you return to your post, you can see that he was kind of looking in the general direction of the building you were in. But you were able to miss his eyesight. Edmund, you also rolled a 24.
Yeah.
You watch during the rest of the day and the start of the evening as the same ritual that Gianna had presented. The guards come in, they seem to spend like maybe 10 minutes at most at the police station, and then they leave. You do watch as some come, stay a little longer. Unexpectedly, you watch as a man is brought in handcuffs. So at least one of the policeman pairings was able to do their job. But for most of the day, the going ins and going outs are as you would expect from a police station in a small, not that small, but also not that big of a city, a medium-sized city. Which also is overly staffed with policemen. And I guess it's interesting to note, none of them seem to be slacking or like, oh, there are so many policemen, I don't need to do my job kind of deal. They all seem to be following a strict schedule and doing their rounds and reporting in consistently. But as the day turns to night, you would notice the presence of an older gentleman who makes their way to the police station, and as they go by, people in the streets greet them as the mayor. He comes from the direction of his office, and you see as they enter the building, they're an older gentleman. They use a cane to help them walk. And they make their way inside, and after they do, the open to the public part of the police station closes, and you do not watch the mayor leave. But after some time after he has arrived, just as you would decide to leave and go meet with the rest of the group, you see the same man with more dim reddish tone to his uniform and streaks of orange in the pieces of hair that are not being completely hidden by his hat. Leave the police station. I would like you to roll me a stealth check.
See, this is why we get the advantage.
Yes, a 20.
Ah, pretty good.
You feel that this man in red-ish clothing is suddenly aware of your position, but then you hide, and as you do, and you wait for a moment, and you stand back up, you notice that he was looking in your general direction, but he was pointed like slightly more to the south than where you actually were. You were able, you noticed that he'd noticed someone looking at him from close to where you are, but he couldn't pinpoint exactly where. And he leaves in the
Felt your
direction.
presence.
Yes, and he leaves in the direction of the docks.
Okay. That's interesting.
Choris Teacup.
And we are done.
Is there any place specific that you would like to go? For example, a bar, a restaurant, the square.
Definitely like to go to that restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
the Green Marble, since it seems to be a hotbed for them.
Mm-hmm. The Green Marble, you notice, is much more of a bar than it is a restaurant. Well, it does have an area that you can go sit down and have a proper meal, the bar area seems to be more used, even when the sun is still out. There are people casually, mostly tourists, that stop by to get a drink, and you see that at least a couple policemen are always present. It's not always the same couple, but there are always at least 1 or 2 policemen around, either drinking or just people watching, as it's their job.
Mhm.
The bar area is the one that is open. By open, I mean like outside. There are tables around, but mostly people stay close to the wall, as it's mostly mostly waist high for a long stretch of the wall, so it kind of turns into a bar, and it has a lot of stools for people to sit at. And that's where you see it. It's always on one of the edges. There's always a policeman or 2, and when they are sitting down for a drink, you notice that the tourists and the civilians kind of distance themselves a bit. So they always leave at least 1 or 2 seats in between them and the policeman.
That's fair. Okay.
Is there any way that you would like to approach this situation, or would you like to wait for a couple of policemen to be further away from the rest of the populace, whenever they are more isolated, while still at the bar?
I'd probably be more focused on finding somebody who is of Italian descent, less of when they show up.
Mhm.
Just kind of be around the bar-ish area, be surprised that, somewhat friendly face, and go talk to him.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just hang around the bar and someone will eventually come.
Yes.
Okay. Gianna, you do notice it takes you like half an hour before a gentleman with a thick mustache that can only be found in Italians this makes his presence known by sitting down at the bar and ordering a beer, even though it's around 4.
Mm.
He did seem to have a partner, but the partner stayed outside while he was the one who approached and sat down at the bar.
I'll first kind of look over, surprised seeing him, and I'll give a polite wave and a greeting in Italian.
To which he will respond in kind with a warm smile.
She'll cautiously approach, as if like trying to maybe start a conversation, seeing if he's receptive or starts to turn up his nose.
Mm-hmm. He kind of sits, he turns the stool to the side and sits more towards you as you approach, and he extends a hand and in a way to greet you and says, "Romeo, what is your name, pretty lady?"
Gabriella, so nice to meet you.
A pleasure to meet you, Gabriella.
Surprising. I'm not expecting to see so many different people here, much less from home. What brings you around this part?
Oh, you know, wherever there is money, there are we. Isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
So what brings you here?
Oh,
It's
I'm
not
just with,
common to have one of us traveling so far.
No, I like seeing the sights, you know.
It's
I've
good.
heard Greece is lovely this time of year, and just with an old friend of mine.
Oh, I would prefer if you came here in the summer. The beaches are wonderful.
I've heard of that, but nobody ever talks about the winters and in between, so I wanted to see it for myself. See if it was better.
He nods. He kind of points with his head toward Jackson. Is that your friend?
Yes.
Come
Also,
on in.
beforehand, what did you agree your name to be?
Oh,
we
yeah.
probably would have talked about this before.
Yep.
That is true. That is true. I didn't know you were gonna go with Gabriella.
He was going
Yes,
to
I would-
steal
I
the
would-
name.
I would have definitely said that.
We'll go with Emma.
Emma. She'll excitedly wave Emma over.
She'll give a small wave and then slowly walk over.
Mhm. Would the ladies drink anything?
Oh, only if you're offering.
Well, of course I am.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
He turns to the barkeep and asks for 2 more beers in what Gianna would understand to be perfect Greek.
Are they speaking in
Noted.
Italian?
They were.
Noticing, you know Greek, right? Jackson?
No.
Fuck.
What gave you the impression I know Greek? I told you I don't know Greek.
I can't remember these things. I'm sorry.
Y'all weaklings who know only 2 languages.
I know English, German, and French. That is it.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna have to play translator here. As he's ordering the drinks, I'll turn to Emma and in German, excitedly kind of relay what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming he understands me, I'll be saying that this is, what did he say his name was again?
His name is Romeo.
Romeo.
Ah, she'll sort of like give, because he actually didn't understand anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you were talking about. No.
Yes, just making polite introductions.
Mm-hmm.
Turning back towards him, does it seem like he understood at all, or...
No, whenever you start speaking German, he goes, "Oh, a polyglot."
Yes, it runs in the family.
Very interesting. So does your
Yeah.
friend not speak English?
She'll turn and start speaking in Greek. Do you want to feign? Do you want to feign speaking poor English so we can do communications in secret, or just switch to English?
I could switch to English. I can, yes.
Well,
But
good.
I didn't want to interrupt.
There is no need to be this cold.
Fair enough.
So, also sightseeing with your friend?
Yes. Well, I told her we should have come here in the summer when it's warmer, but
Exactly.
didn't
I-
listen to me.
Like I said, it was also cheaper to come at this time. Also, we need to see all of it
It is
at
true.
all times, not just at the best.
I heard it
It
gets
might
quite
even be better
full.
here.
I heard it gets quite packed in summer as well.
Yes, exactly.
So, are you ladies staying for a while?
We're not really sure quite yet. We've had I at least stay for a day, maybe two in Paros. And then probably travel back around to oh blast, what was the next island over?
Oh, hold on.
You got ganked.
She'll sit there and pretend to struggle with the name.
The name of which island?
Just the next island over to see which one he says.
Oh, wait, I don't...
Ah, you were speaking to him.
Yes.
Yes, sorry.
I don't recall which one would be next.
It would be... Hold on, I got you.
Why would you got me when I got Google?
No, it would be Among Us.
It would be Among Us.
Mungus, why? Why are you like this?
Why are you like this? No, not this one. This one. Oh god. Why is it so hard to find island names?
You're looking for Amorgos.
Amorgos.
I'm trying to see if he says, which island he says that's next to here.
Ah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to see if he says Antiparos or Naxos first.
Mm. Mm.
Just to see if, because technically Antiparos
What's on
is
his
close
mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would ask, did you arrive at Naxos via the Argo?
Yes, that was the name of it. That's
Oh,
just
the
porn
the next one over. I don't think the Argo goes there. It's Scorphonesia. I think that's the Greek name.
Where's that?
It's
Where
an
is that?
island
Relation
to.
to-
It's on the other side of Naxos.
Yes, it's on the other side of Naxos.
So we were there well before that. No, that was Mykonos.
Yes, no,
Mykonos, then
it's
No,
it's-
Mykonos is the other way.
Yeah, it's to the right of Naxos.
To the right of
Kophonesia
Naxos
is
is
the
Paros.
opposite side of Naxos that Mykonos is in.
Yes, I have sent you a screenshot.
Yes, please do, because I confuzzled.
It's where the image is.
The man blocks the island with the image.
It's where the image is, yes. And
Okay.
just as a point of reference, here, Bertinos, Mykonos, Naxos, and then a small island behind Naxos would be this one with the weird name.
Yes. It is Glaronsi and Kophonesia.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Glaronisi.
Okay. Can't say that one was on the itinerary. Emma, what was? Where were we going next?
Well, you said you wanted to go to all the places before we stopped somewhere.
Well, yes, that's obvious, but I meant the next destination. Was that it?
What, Naxos or No.
We've been to Naxos. I remember that.
Yes.
That's how we got here. And then we took a boat to here. And then what was after the fact?
Let me get the Argo schedule here. 'Cause I forgot
Naxos would be the last stop in the
the
Argo.
last stop, and then it goes back to.
Mykonos, Tinos, Athens.
It would be Mykonos then.
I could have sworn there was someone else we were going after this.
If you want to go somewhere else,
Well, obviously, I want to see all the things, but it's
you
a little
can't
hard to do
go
that when you don't remember where it is.
You can't go to every single little island.
Why not?
He's just looking at both of you like with a concerned smile. Of like, where the fuck did I put myself into?
Anyway, I'm sorry. But what? Okay, beat around the bush. What's your favorite part of this island?
Oh, I gotta say that I love the view. I don't know if you've been to the south, but the view from Aliki is wonderful.
And
We
It's not on the map, but it's a...
no, it is. But I just
No,
want to remember
it's
which.
not on
which
the Fancy Grounds map.
I want to remember which city we got off the boat in.
that would be Marpisa.
Lapisa.
Let me mark.
That's where we got off.
Yep. Oops. Oh, I need to press both buttons. Yes. It's around here.
Damn it!
Ah,
All the fucking islands and not with all the fucking towns.
Yes.
And you
Aliki.
said it was Aliki or Mali?
Aliki.
Aliki.
Yeah, I'll ask for spelling later. Okay. That certainly seems like fun.
Yeah, you can. Since it's the last stop at the island, and there's no other island in front of it, you can just see the whole ocean.
That does sound pretty.
Because when you go to
Uh,
Marpisa, you have Naxos in front of you, and if you are in Naxos, you have Paros in front of you, so it's kind of weird, but from there you can just look at the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
So, do I get the sense that he's also being affected by the
Roll
mind
insight.
wipe thing? Yes. Was he bullshitting me? Yeah.
There's an island right there.
19.
19. This man is telling his truth.
Okay.
It does believe that if you go to Aliki and you look from Aliki towards the ocean, you will not see an island. You'll just see the ocean.
I'll mark that off for later.
Yes, yes. Also, feel free to steer the conversation where you see fit.
I don't see
I'm
many
just
places
extracting
where
information.
Yeah, I don't see many places where it can go.
Ridiculous. We can gossip.
That's true,
We're
but
We're lady folk after all. We're nosy as shit.
yes, I'm trying to find a little subtle, little subtle ways of doing it, but I'm not coming up with many.
Yes, engage with the NPC.
Yes.
Mm.
No. See, she'll once she gets her beer and takes a swig of it. I will ask. Did something happen here?
He furrows his brow in a very Italian way that even his mustache furrows. What do you mean?
It's just she'll like lower her voice and kind of just lean in a little bit so only he can hear. There's a lot of military folk about. I haven't quite seen that many since, a few years ago with the Great War, and they were shipping off my brothers to the front lines. Did something bad happen, or?
Oh no, don't worry about that, dear. We were called here because there was a possible threat, but it's done. We'll be leaving soon. Don't worry about it.
Oh, thank goodness. That's relief to hear. But a threat? That?
Yeah, some sort of insurgent, and he side eyes Emma, and those typical the typical uncle maneuver of elbowing
Lifting.
you in the
Oh god.
in the
Oh,
God
It's
damn
pulling
it.
a racism, I see.
In the shoulder.
Not in the shoulder, the fucking, I forgot the name, the ribs.
The ribs.
He kind of
Ah.
elbows you in the ribs. Some insurgent Germans.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy.
What they were doing all the way down here, I don't know. I was just called for duty.
I see. Why would the? Oh, she'll like immediately turn to, shoot me to like whip around to Emma and start like frantically speaking in German, making it sound like she's concerned. Like, oh God, is there another war going on? But just be spouting random bullshit. Okay, this guy doesn't seem like he knows much. Do we want to continue extracting things from him, or I don't know? I'm just kind of talking to seem. Reassure me. Say something reassuring.
Speak German, please.
She'll say like, it's fine. It's probably nothing. But there is some things I'd like to talk to you about later. Well, she'll like have this comforting air about her, but like not sound so sure. And she'll just sort of raise her eyebrows at him, and it's like, Germans, insurgents.
Oh yeah, something about a revolution of some sort. I don't know why they were in the middle of the Greek Sea, but they were paying.
Does it seem like he's bullshitting us?
Nope.
With the 22.
So
So
did
he's
they
taking
call
some
you?
copium.
Did they call you here? I'm confused.
Oh no, the mayor called us.
Ah,
Responsible, but
If you want
We've had-
more information about it, you can just go talk to him. He's probably going to rush the details. I mean, you're just tourists. But hey, if you're worried about your safety, the best person to go talk to is the mayor.
so you can just go talk to him at any time. He seems seems like a busy man.
Oh, you can just talk to his secretary. The secretary was the one who orchestrated all of this, even though he only got into position a couple days ago.
Huh. So were
Seems
you
like-
pulled in just a few days ago, or have you been here for some time?
I've been here for some time, but it seems that only after we arrived and dealt with the insurgents that the mayor decided to promote the captain to his secretary, a personal secretary.
Okay.
Seems like it was a really big deal then.
Oh no,
So-
it was mostly out of proportion. But hey, I got paid.
So what all was going on around here? You said it was out of proportion. Was it just like some tiny little cult camp or something? What was the details?
To be honest, I got called here and I didn't even see them.
Really?
Yeah, right now, since we had, like, I think the contract was for a month of work and it still hasn't expired, they're just using it as extra policemen, I guess. So we just walk around town.
So that's why all the men with guns are walking around.
Yes,
I see.
we're just waiting for the contract to be over, I guess.
So you never even saw them and they still paid you.
Yeah,
Seemed
I'm not
really
gonna
desperate.
complain.
Sounds
Well,
like he was
obviously
really
not.
desperate.
Yeah, it's odd that it was. It must have been something really scary, like right there, to blow things out of proportion that much.
Yeah,
Or maybe he
maybe
wanted to show off.
maybe the mayor got threatened and he wanted protection. Who knows?
Maybe. Oh. Hmm.
But yeah,
makes sense.
our contract is ending soon. I guess we have one last big meeting to decide if there is any need for us to renew the contract, and then we're gone.
Oh, are you going to stay much longer?
If the
After that.
contract is not renewed, then we stay for about a week, at most.
At this point, if Gianna doesn't do anything, and we'll just steer the conversation, slowly toward, platitudes, niceties,
Mhm.
and just to give it a little breather
Mhm.
for
Yeah,
a while.
At this point,
That's fair.
your beers would also arrive.
Mm.
But not much longer after it arrives and you start drinking, the nice
Did I see it?
Italian policeman would finish his much earlier than you two and stand up in a very standoffish way
Standoffish.
and grab both of your hands, kiss them as a gentleman, and say that he needs to be on his way, that it was a pleasure to meet both of you. And then, less interrupted, he will return to his friend who was waiting on the outside to return to his post.
It was a pleasure.
She'll like give a good wave goodbye and then speak in Italian. It's like, when you're off duty, think we could like chat some more?
Oh, Gianna.
He
Not just,
he twirls.
obviously not in that sort of way, just like a friendly, hey, I want to keep talking to you. You's friend.
He twirls his mustache. Well, if you want to come by the police station later today, I'll be there.
I get to see all the ruffians firsthand. Jokingly.
Mm.
He smiles, waves, and leaves.
Gabriella, I didn't think you would.
I spoke in Italian. You don't understand. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Fuck you.
Shite.
Fuck you, bitch. But
Wah.
I'll switch to German. Be like, yeah, well, I got me a technical in at the police station later tonight. I don't know where that's gonna go, but straight to the lion's den, though.
You might go all sorts of wrong, you know.
It could, yes, but
You should be prepared for things to go very wrong.
obviously always. That's what happens. But it's odd that they just called a bunch of people here for no reason.
On an
And then
emergency.
supposedly when it was resolved, this new guy just got promoted up in the ranks, and he was the one that organized, not the mayor.
And did you see what he mentioned about a leaky?
Yes. Well, I figured that was because of the I'll
The
give a
fog.
quick look around. Does it look like there's people who can understand German or seem to be listening to our conversation?
No, there doesn't seem to be anyone that understood what you were speaking, or what you were speaking now. But also, give me a moment. I have to open the door for someone.
You were gonna say the bounded field.
Yes, I was making sure that we weren't being overheard by some other German tourist before I start, spilling magical secrets.
Oh no, we're talking about card games
Yes.
that haven't been invented yet.
A new form of solitaire, bounded field.
Of course.
Of course.
It's a form of minefield,
Yes.
which also hasn't been invented yet.
Were there not mines at this time?
Well, there were minefields, but they weren't so much games, more like a life and death sort of situation.
Well, that is a one-time game.
Yes. Wonder if it's fun.
Hey, only one way to find out, I guess.
Right. So, this guy didn't know much.
Not a whole lot, but they may lead me to somebody who does.
If we're ready for it.
Nothing else I can
Are you-
identify people.
Sure he doesn't understand German?
It seemed pretty likely.
Because you were taking a lot of risks with that. Well, I suppose we'll know.
There are Germans in his company. He was just being, doing his thing.
Back.
Look back.
But, well, the police station tonight.
Yes.
Got a little time. Should we prepare anything?
Oh, most certainly. At least rendezvous with everybody else, because the chill think for a second. Yeah, Gabriel says the spell should be fading pretty soon. So
Jeez, won't be as easy as the museum. Well, sure.
yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Mm.
She was gently sipping out her drink the whole time, will now just down the rest of it.
Oh God.
Well,
I'll
just a
leave the
glass
rest
of
of-
beer, man.
I will leave the rest of
I'm
my drink.
Catholic.
But yes, I think that with that, everyone has decided to meet back up.
Yes.
So we'll leave
Find
it.
a quiet place to Jacksonify myself.
Jackson.
Jackson 5. Go ahead and remove all the advantage stuff.
Also, can now save a new disguise.
Hooray!
What do you mean by that?
Well, I just posted it to the thing.
I
Posted
now
it a
have
while
Emma on
ago.
standby.
Yeah. Did you not see it?
Oh no, I saw the image. Yes. I will add it to to Fancy Grounds later.
Yes.
Good.
But alas, is there anything else that you would like to do before we finish up? I think it's just everyone meeting back together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well then, you would all meet back up. I think near the hotel that Woodrow had talked about.
The golden egg.
The golden egg, yes.
Yeah.
Oops, I misclicked the thing. So, with that, you would all return at around 7 p.m. If you're going to discuss your findings with each other, then we can do that either early next game or during the week. Oh god, I thought there was a mosquito on me. It was just a piece of my headset falling off. Incredible.
Good job.
We can either do that early next session or during the week. And over on Discord. But yes. I know it seems kind of whack, but it has been a while since you all been here, and it's been a while since you've but you did get some good info and have some more concrete leads, and it's been a while since you arrived at Naxos / this region, the 3 islands. Y'all can wait, no,
Oh
hold on.
no! I heard the first
Oh.
syllable. I already know.
I just wanted to make sure if it
No takesy backsies.
last session was the point, right? Was the ASI point? Either last session or the previous one.
Yeah, within the last 2 sessions, I don't
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
which.
So y'all can level up.
Let's go.
Yes! Let's go! Chaos magic, here we come!
Yes.
Edmund is now a horror monster. Let's
I
go.
don't remember what I get. I don't think I get anything.
You
get
get a
more
6th
spells.
level spell slot.
That's true.
God damn, you
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking ballin'.
ballin'.
I'll roll this time. This will be fun. Holy druids are d8s.
Yes. A 7. Very good.
Yeah.
I'll be
I'll
taking
also
the
roll.
average, like the little bitch that I am.
Let's see, mine would be a D8. Or did mine already do it automatically?
If you just dragged the class to yourself, it should have done it automatically.
Okay, then yeah, that's fine. I rolled a 6 and it didn't show up, so that would have been the same.
Good.
Perfect.
Wait, you have a
Wait, get arcane. I get my second arcane studies.
Why do you have a 7?
What?
Why do
Oh,
you have a minus 7 adjustment? I don't know.
I do, yes. I don't know why.
I think mine appeared when we were trying to fix hit points.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I need to change yours to a 7 here as well.
Ooh, Gem, I need you for ideas later.
I'm aware. Yeah, hit points are weird. I'm gonna have to check them later. Don't know
I'll do the
why.
level up later because I need to choose
Spells, I get
things.
one more prepared spell. Hell
Uh,
yeah.
Ichika's level up is also weird. Because it also says a -8 right there.
Oh right, I get to become a problem momentarily.
Momentarily.
Just a moment.
You get
Just
to be an
Sorry, I had to
adventurous
add
level
more
3.
effects to make my character function.
It's true.
Make myself even more of a freak.
Yep.
My voice broke.
Oh,
Oh no.
Welcome back.
If you rolled, remember to change the last number to what you rolled, because it just puts an average.
oh yeah, I changed the admins.
Appreciate it.
Mine ended up being
Uh,
an average. See what you did there.
But I don't
Uh-huh.
know why mine
I'm not
has that
gonna
-8.
touch anything
That
just
doesn't-
yet.
Yeah, I don't know why you have a -8 adjustment. Everyone that leveled up got a negative adjustment.
That's weird.
Maybe it's because that's what it says on the combat tracker. So that 80 there.
Oh, maybe if we update the combat tracker? So like effects? No?
I'm gonna hit myself.
do some
Yes,
damage to yourself.
I also gained no cantrip.
Nope. It's just there.
I'm just gonna remove that -8 and see what happens, and that fixes the combat tracker.
Yeah, if you fix on the sheet, it fixes the combat tracker. What I found weird is that Edmund is a -7. Okay, makes sense because his roll was a 7, but Gianna's is also a -7. So I don't know if Gianna had a floating -2.
Oh wait,
I
no.
rolled the average.
Okay,
so it
wait,
would have been
wait,
a
no.
6.
Yeah, I see where the -8 came from, because that was a 6 plus con, which is a 2. So, because the average of a D10 is 6 plus my con, that's 8. That's where that came from.
That makes sense for mine because then it'd be 5 plus 2, 7.
Yep. Still don't know why it showed up, but okay.
Yeah, that maybe because it's coded to give it there and disappear on the long rest
Who
to show
knows?
that you got your level on that long rest. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Maybe?
Yeah. Anyways, I removed it from Ichika and Edmund. Not Ichika and Edmund, Gianna and Edmund.
I got my.
I'm gonna take guidance.
But yes.
Yeah.
We
My power level has not changed, but I can now be stronger for longer.
It's true. We'll catch you all back up with the sheets all updated, all fancied up for a day of, who knows, scouting perhaps.
Yes.
Yes.
Some more. Today was investigation. Next time will be
Tomfoolery.
spy work.
Tomfoolery.
I can't wait.
Da-da-da.
And after the tomfoolery, the consequences of our actions.
No, because we're going to
Ridiculous.
play a fucking perfect game and no one
We're
will
gonna
suspect
be
it.
we're gonna be a god. Just you watch.
Yes, for sure. But yes, that's a clean 3 hours, even though we lost 2 people in the way.
I mean, it happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess see you all next time.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.